Still no sign of Venom. The Parker boy really came through.
Even with his disappearance, his pet symbiote has unfortunately not given up its taste for my Sanctum.
Neither has Hydra. They've upped the guard again, which I didn't even think was possible.
This symbiote creature has had a stranglehold on us long enough. It is time to strike.
Are you sure that thing is safe?
Well, we didn't exactly have a manual, but the science and spooky bits are sound.
You should be well protected.
It's a big risk.
So is leaving Lilith in command of the Sanctum.
You're both right.
But I bet you have another option. Sorry, didn't mean to spoil your moment.
A frontal assault has too many variables, but there's always the hole.
The back door. Of course. I know the risks, but at some point we have to start believing in each other. In ourselves. Your design will hold.
We would never let you step into battle unprepared.
Besides, what was the first rule of demon hunting you taught me? If at first you don't succeed, stab again.
Aw, you think Reed and Sue have such heartwarming moments with Johnny and Ben?
We're gonna get the Sanctum back for Strange.
I like your optimism.
Thanks. I have a good feeling about this.
I have a good feeling about you.
What was that?
Nothing. Boo Hydra.
Hunter, hey listen. You need any chafing advice for your new armor? Come see me, okay?
Glad Tony and Steven were able to work together. It's imperative we get the Sanctum back.
So the new suit. Someone's going to die.
Careful here. Heard about the new armor, Hunter. Can't wait to see you in action.
When Venom sees your armor, he will know fear.
No big deal.
The shielding powers of the Vishanti on the Faithbreaker armor will make the Hunter nigh indestructible.
Oh, I thought my quantum level design handled that nicely.
It's the combination that's the key to defeat Venom and recapture my Sanctum. Your tech, my spells.
I guess you're right. Kind of like I'm chocolate and you're peanut butter. Together, we're amazing.
I don't care for peanut butter.
Oh, for crying out loud, work with me, Doc. Venom's not gonna know what hit him.
I wish we had more time to test Strange and Stark's monstrosity of a creation. But with Venom out of the picture, even temporarily, we need to strike now while we still have the chance.
I agree. Now is the time to strike.
And don't worry about the suit, Hunter. We've got your back. That is some messed up wallpaper.
Must have got hungry without Venom around.
Evil consumes everything. Even itself.
Ready for round two?
Always.
Ding ding.
What is that?
Old magical graffiti? You tell me.
Not the wards. That.
Caretaker, tell Strange we found the way back into his sanctum.
Finally.
Oh, and one more thing.
We are not alone.
never forsake her.
You've proven that the Faithbreaker can smash through that symbiote. Now you'll just have to do it a few more times. Oh, and try not to bring the room down on their heads in the process.
I think I can hear Strange grimacing through the radio.
Just like old times.
I'm on it.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Bet I can make you talk.
I'll handle it.
Take advantage while they focus on me.
No time to run.
Changing their approach.
Hold for backup.
Hydra sure does get around. Are we sure they don't have any more
Future. At the end of the day, it'll still come down to me punching something.
Some things never get old, kiddo.
That look almost too easy.
Who asked for it?
That was something.
Hydra has the upper hand. I've been waiting.
As long as I get to hit you back.
You're mine. Serve her with honor. This should help.
It's almost a shame Stark and the Doctor aren't here to see their little project in action. The Faithbreaker will finally purge Venom's foul corruption from the Sanctum and the city.
They will know our power.
That's what I'm talking about.
still coming for me.
Damn if I don't hate fanatics.
No one gets away.
Try that again.
Targeting systems active.
It's too bad those gloves won't work for anyone else. We'd love to see Carol, Captain Marvel, knock those tendrils of Zakar.
Aw, Blade. Such a sweet talker.
Indeed. For now, leave the Faith Breaker to me.
They're mine.
Minor systems damage.
Give the mother my regards. In hell.
I will not fall again. Hail that!
Forever in service.
Don't worry, I can take it.
For Hydra!
I'll cut you back.
Your sacrifice will be remembered.
Hydra will just keep throwing warm bodies in there until you're exhausted. Try and focus on the symbiote, not the soldiers.
You have earned this! Weak, even for Hydra. Tell us what you know, Fiend. Broken through!
Gonna sound like one of Blade's action movies right now, but go!
Get to the Sanctum!
Mother,
You kept me waiting, child.
I am here now.
Yes. Alone. Always so alone.
Did I miss the party? You are just in time.
I told you the door works now.
Sorry! First apocalypse excitement, I guess.
The little sorcerer returns home.
Can't say I like what you've done with the place, Demon Mother, or my friend. No matter. Already, the power of the Sanctum returns to me. Your days of plundering its secrets end today!
But that was never the plan. Now,
Yes, Mother.
Not while there's still a chance to seal that breach and save the Sanctum!
we will not fail.
We stand with the Mother. Mother, protect us.
Banner's infernal device has torn through the wards themselves. If we're to have any chance of stopping Lilith, we must interrupt her mystic's ritual and seal
They cannot possibly match your strength.
They deserve no mercy. Their mystics fall before us.
Hydra is in control of the situation. No one will touch you.
Shaken their confidence. Lilith must be desperate if these are her best.
This won't end well. This should aid me in my fight.
Glad to have your magic on our side, Doctor.
I'm on it!
We will not be discouraged. No
get that.
Ready for a real hit?
I hope this is one of the stronger arms. We did come all the way here for a fight.
I know I'm new to this old prophecy game, Doc, but none of this is good, is it?
No, Peter, it is not. Perhaps you and the hunter should retreat to a safe distance while I rectify the situation. I will be...
What? 2 steps behind us? I'm staying.
As am I.
Responsibility of Sorcerer Supreme with great ease, Doctor. You are lucky to still be breathing. No point in protecting your master now. That was something.
We serve until the end.
Time for the real thing. I was born for this. Let's see how tough you are.
Respond. Anyone. Damn this interference. Not getting through.
The mystical barrier is collapsing. Some technical difficulties are to be expected. I don't know if you can still hear me, Sarah, but if something should happen, please tell Tony not to touch us.
Is that truly your best?
Let me show you the way.
No pain will shake our loyalty. By her command. Behold their passage.
This has gone on long enough. We must purge this evil from the Sanctum, no matter what it takes.
If there was ever a time for you to lose your temper, Doctor, this would be it.
That was really something.
Too weak for this fight. Talk while you still can.
Looks good so far. Watch closely.
The light shines on the most dutiful.
Coming at you!
Impressive. A moment of preparation. Well done, my friends.
Doc, come on! We have to go!
Leave if you must! I can hold it like hell you can!
Not good, right?
No. No, it is not.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. That really, really sucked.
Try adding a few dozen more reallys.
I'm in shock. I didn't expect to lose the Sanctum.
Oh, you didn't expect to lose the Sanctum? That was my whole life. Ripped open and decimated before my eyes.
We need to have a serious conversation about Lilith. She's much stronger than we anticipated.
We did everything we could, and it still wasn't enough.
Lilith is a pain, for sure. But right now she's hiding behind our boy Bruce, and if he's giving her IT advice, then that's a problem I can do something about.
I failed. How else can I describe it? I failed not just my teammates, but the world.
That's right. You did fail. All of you.
Oh hey, don't sugarcoat it or anything.
But that doesn't mean you lost. And that is an important distinction. This war is far from over. And tomorrow we will rise again. And fight again.
I'm too tired for a hoorah, but the sentiment is there.
I appreciate the inspirational words. We all need it.
I'm sure. Now rest, get some sleep. All of you. The battle will wait until morning.
You wanted to speak, Carol?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks.
Thanks for what?
For surprising me with your unexpected friendship. I did not see that coming. Believe it or not, I don't have a lot of peeps I can call friends. Not close ones, at least.
Being as exceptional and powerful as you are comes with a price. And that price is often loneliness.
Yeah, sure. I've heard that cliche a million times. It's lonely at the top, right? But I didn't choose to be this awesome. It was kind of thrust upon me. Like that high school vampire slayer in that show Nico made me binge watch with her.
No, that character had a group of close friends who helped and supported her.
See? Even the slayer has more of a social life than me. I'm glad you're here, Hunter. I feel like you get just how heavy all that extra baggage can be when it comes to having crazy freaking superpowers.
Blade understands that burden too.
Why are you bringing him up?
No reason. Just thought you should know you can lean on him too.
Anyway, I should let you get back to whatever cool thing you were doing before I dragged you out here to get all gushy.
Anytime, Carol.
I know this is difficult for you, Stephen, but the Sanctum is gone, and we need to plan for what comes next.
What's next? Armageddon has already happened. What's next is hell on Earth. The barrier has been breached. Expect the world to fall, city by city, nation by nation.
I'm not ready to give up, and neither should you.
It's not just losing the Sanctum that hurts us. It's also Banner.
We will handle him, as long as he doesn't become the Hulk.
It's his mind that I'm most worried about. That rift charge is just the start of the awful things he could conceive of. He is Lilith's most powerful weapon now.
Then you know what we need to fight back with, right?
We tried. Blaze is being impossible unless he gives us the parchment.
Shh. Voices carry. Let us lower ours.
Hunter, where are you? Have you heard everything that's happening?
I had one job, protect the Sanctum Sanctorum, and I failed.
Strange and Tony should start a Lost Headquarters support group.
They actually said end of the world on the news.
Any news from the West Coast?
Nope. Plenty of hellish threats across the 5 boroughs right now to keep him busy. I know it's not much of a consolation prize, but knowing you're still on our side makes me feel a lot better.
Poor Dr. Strange. I only know a shade of the loss he must feel. I never told Dr. Strange this, but I've always dreamed of becoming a pupil in the Sanctum Sanctorum. It's a beacon of hope and enlightenment in a world intolerant towards witches and warlocks. Lilith keeps crushing my superpowered ambitions.
I hope Dr. Strange is doing okay. Have any other Sanctums fallen like that before? I really don't know the history of his wizard order.
We can't wait for Strange. We need to start now.
We should already be out there, fighting.
I've already had Pepper purchase the rubble and chitinous symbiote residue that used to be the Sanctum. I'll give it back to Strange. Maybe even refer him to some choice contractors. Always thought the decor was a little tacky. Where's Caretaker? This is taking too long.
She and Strange will be here when they're ready. I'm getting impatient too.
Have they seen what's going on out there right now? Maybe that would put a little pep in their step. Is there anything that would drive your mom really crazy? Like, maybe there's a fast food chain she loves that I could purchase and shutter?
If he ever decides to rebuild, there's a great lot in East LA. Trust me, nobody will go near it. Man, I just wish I could have brought my brother Gabe along. He
may not have seen worse, but I still think he can shake this off. I don't believe sorcery is going to save the day. Morale, on the other hand, makes all the difference.
Getting reports of zombies in the sewers.
Vampires in Manhattan? More vampires in Manhattan.
The green sky is growing.
All right. Let's not give in to rumors.
Sorry, Cap. I don't think these are just rumors. The old Spidey sense has been on double red alert since...
We lost the Sanctum? Perhaps now you understand why I was so adamant we save it. Think of the Sanctum as our world's supernatural ozone layer. When it breaks down, or explodes...
Holes open up. Only in this case, instead of a nasty sunburn, you get demons. Lots of demons.
And his children basked in his light as the temple of the false gods fell.
Oh, what album is that from?
The Prophecy. The Dark God Cthon readies his return.
Well, does the Dark God Cthon own a dude ranch in the southwest? Because there's a whole lot of something going on out there.
Should, probably tell them.
About?
The carnival. Johnny Blaze and the Quentin Carnival.
No way.
Who exactly is Johnny Blaze?
Sort of a jerk.
Legend.
Famous stunt rider, fellow spirit of vengeance.
And keeper of the Parchment of Power.
The final page of the Darkhold. The missing piece my mother needs to complete the prophecy and free Cthon.
When were you gonna tell the rest of us this?
Welcome to our world.
The entire point of a secret guardian is to remain secret.
Yeah? From the look of things, I say your little secret is out.
With the barrier gone, our enemies must have been able to detect the page's foul presence. Lord knows what wretched evil Lilith sent to retrieve it.
Anyone seen Charlie? I need some hellhound cuddles. Damn it. We needed that Sanctum. The Sanctum's gone. It's unbelievable. There really is nothing sacred to Lilith.
On the bright side, Hunter, you didn't turn into a symbiote monster.
Doctor?
If you come to cheer me up, don't waste your time. There is nothing you can do or say that could possibly lift my spirits.
Tony is moving out of your room and has just secretly admitted to me that you are the superior intellect.
I appreciate your attempt at humor, but I know Tony would never admit such a thing, even to prevent me from walking off this cliff. You saw that all that dark energy burst from my building, electrifying the New York skyline with a supernatural storm. Those were Lilith's forces erupting into this world. Now they are free to scour every corner of this earth for the parchment. You should have let me go down with the Sanctum. Maybe I could have reactivated some ward of protection that would have prevented all her Lilin from escaping into the wild.
You are too important to sacrifice yourself now.
But what if my death could have saved our entire dimension?
I still would not do it. We need you, Doctor. I do not believe we can defeat Lilith without you.
I could say the same about you. We must accept this loss and gather our resolve. Like it or not, the reality is that Lilith is one step closer from completing the Darkhold and summoning
Cthon.
We cannot let that happen.
The Sanctum's gone. It's unbelievable. There really is nothing sacred to Lilith.
Are you heading to the meeting?
Yeah, I'll be there shortly.
Did you read today's book?
Of course, but you'll get nothing out of me until the meeting.
Dr. Strange will show us.
Coming to book club tonight?
Meet you there.
See you there. Strange and Tony should start a Lost Headquarters support group.
Good girl.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
Everyone's in a mood to mingle. Go ahead. We can start whenever. This is emphatically terrible for our chances against your mother.
I like this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
Can we start?
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
This book was about much more than farming.
Exactly. The rhythm to it helped paint a bigger picture. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember texts that would otherwise be considered... There's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
The bloom is poorly defended territory behind enemy lines. The harvest is when you strike that territory and then fade away.
That's an important aspect, but it's more than just an attack strategy. It's about what comes after. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors.
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
And to their enemies, the Kree advance would seem steady and inevitable.
That's what I think. Expand too fast and you overextend yourself. I saw that happen in Operation Market Garden. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's book club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority, by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's book club. I hope you enjoy the book I chose.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context. Can't wait to hear your thoughts at the next meeting.
So why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilin, your mom. They seem to have the upper hand all over the world.
The Kree never conquered this planet. Neither will my mother.
Exactly. Reputation makes you seem bigger than you are. We can hit them anywhere at any time. You can bet this adds to our own reputation. And that's how we defeat our enemy. As long as we're still standing, they're gonna fall. See you at the next one.
Okay, just between us. Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
I learned a thing or two.
What, how to grow turnips on the moon?
That is harsh.
I didn't think it was that bad. But interstellar agriculture as a metaphor for planetary conquest, not what I expected.
You cannot let her know what you really think.
Really? I don't care to lie, especially to someone I'm into.
You do not need to lie, but you can deflect. Just do not offer your unvarnished opinion.
I don't know. She seems to respect people who are upfront with her.
Why take that risk?
Maybe you're right. Thanks, Hunter.
Of course.
You leaving?
Yeah, I am done.
Righteous. Great choice, Carol. Good meeting.
I'm glad you liked the book.
Yeah, it was different.
Hey, I know we have another book to read, but do you have any free time beyond that?
I could find some time.
Good, because I want to hear your thoughts on Volume 50.
What now?
Volume 50 of the Kavat Koth. It's entirely about Kree agricultural practices, but it builds on the metaphor. It's essential reading before Volume 89.
Volume 89?
Yep. Small unit tactics in zero-gravity environments. It's a real page-turner.
Sounds like it.
So you have time to read them?
Yes, that's what I said.
Great. When you're done, we can talk about it, like a mini book club.
Great.
I'd be interested too.
Great.
Maybe we should ask everyone.
Oh, the Hunter's real busy. No time to read about space corn.
That's a shame.
Isn't it, though? You better read the book.
They say the Pacific Ocean has no memory, Hunter.
But you are looking at the Atlantic.
Really? Well, that explains so much. Just think. A few years ago, I was just your quintessential 98-pound high school freshman weakling. Even the lunch ladies used to shake me down for milk money. Now look at me. Hanging with the legendary Hunter and the Midnight Suns in their super-secret Atlantic Ocean base.
We are happy to have you.
That's just it. What if that radioactive spider had decided to chomp down on someone else's behind? What would old non-arachnid me be?
A brave warrior and a cunning ally either way.
Not what the kids on the playground used to say. I was the equipment manager for TAG.
Peter, I am friends with you, not your powers.
Now that's an F word I never get tired of hearing. Unless it comes from MJ when you think you're on a date. You know, Hunter, I've been to a lot of truly amazing places since I put on the old spider tights. Way beyond my little neighborhood in Queens. But when all is said and done, there is nowhere I'd rather be right now than here with the rest of you.
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
I want to share something with you. Something I have never shared with another.
Magic,
When I was at Professor Xavier's school, I would listen to this album in my room all the time. Sometimes for many days straight.
Why?
There is not much music in Limbo, Hunter, unless you count the distant screams. But in this world, there is so much music. It is everywhere, which can be just as frightening sometimes. Limbo taught me it was best to be alone. It is how I prefer things.
You are not alone now.
Good, you noticed. The others would not understand. But I know you will, as we both have so much in common.
Limbo may appear to some like a nightmarish place, but it was your home. Do you...
Miss it? Sometimes, yes. I miss the power I had there. The absolute control. It is the only childhood I remember now. This record reminds me of what it was like to be young and invincible.
Then I look forward to hearing it.
Okay, enough talking. Let's listen to the album now. The second hour is when it really gets good.
Hello, Hunter.
Is there something I can help you with? You were looking at me funny.
Was I? Huh. You read me so well. I was just thinking about how much you remind me of Lilith when she was young.
You have never really spoken of her before.
I guess I don't like to dredge up old memories, especially the painful ones.
What was my mother like when she was younger?
Better than me, that was for sure. She was the brave one, kind and courageous. Everyone loved her. Me most of all. So you can imagine how hard it was for me when she sold her soul.
I'm so sorry you went through that. Losing a sister could not have been easy.
It wasn't. But I imagine it must be harder for you. I lost a sister, but you lost your mother.
I was just a baby when it happened.
Still, I know it affects you. She had everything going for her. Everything. Beauty, brains, talent, compassion. She could have done anything, and she just threw it all away for power. What a waste. We should have been a family.
I suppose we have each other.
Yes. Yes, we do. And for now, that is enough. Hunter Strange and I do not always see eye to eye, but he is perhaps our greatest ally in this fight.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
Lilith seeks to wipe all our havens from the earth. Avengers Tower, the Sanctum Sanctorum, our beloved Abbey.
Are you heading to the meeting?
Soon, and do not forget the ingredients. The Sanctum's gone. It's unbelievable. There really is nothing sacred to Lilith.
On the bright side, Hunter, you didn't turn into a symbiote monster.
Are you going to the meeting?
Yes, I'll meet you there. Very soon. I'll see you there.
Are you going to...
What are we gonna do without the Sanctum?
So don't get mad, but Caretaker wants to run Emo Kids tonight.
I do not mind. Why would that make me mad?
I'm a little mad. I don't want her thinking she's in charge now. Alright, let's do this.
Lead the way.
I need the ingredients you collected.
I did not bring them.
Felt like busy work, yes? I don't see how Caretaker can do any better.
Tonight's ritual will prove to be an absolute treat.
Caretaker rarely displays her true power.
Haha, raw power is nothing without the precision to magnify it. Tonight, we bear witness to a master. I confess my ignorance as to her methods is quite thrilling. A rarity for any Sorcerer Supreme.
How much did Nico tell you about tonight's meeting?
She said you are leading it.
I suspect you have an opinion on the matter. Say what you must.
I am ready.
That's all?
Yes. When do we start?
As soon as you want. Tonight I will cocoon your conscious mind from your past self. When you are ready, we can safely observe the events of your death.
Is this some kind of hypnosis?
No, it's old magic. Once used to heal tormented minds, it allows one to observe and process past events that may be painful to consider.
Why didn't you think of this sooner?
You've been gone so long. Until the last meeting, it didn't occur to me that the events of your death are, to you, quite recent. Now then, shall we proceed?
We can begin.
What is the last memory on the night of your death?
Lilith, asking me to join her.
Keep it close. That's where you'll begin.
All right.
What do you see?
Lilith and I face each other in the circle. Join you? Why would I ever do that?
Since my transformation, I have made so many children, yet all pale beside my greatest creation. My true child, perfect, conceived in my very image.
I am nothing like you.
Not yet, but you will be, when I remove the shackles that bind you.
I will never stand by your side.
Foolish child. You have no choice in the... But we can no longer afford such lies.
I cannot move. The Darkhold. She has the Darkhold.
You cling to the delusions of your captors. Embrace your true self trapped within.
She lifts the Darkhold high. She...
That's it? That's how the hunter died?
There's nothing more.
So the hunter died because of a book?
Miss Rasputin, the Darkhold is hardly a book.
So Lilith read the hunter to death.
I guess she channeled her demon powers through the Darkhold.
Ugh, still a boring way to die.
Observing your own death can lead to sleepless nights, I know from personal experience. If you have trouble sleeping, I can write you a prescription. A joke, of course. I'm not licensed in this state.
You died predictably.
You sound disappointed.
Death for the hunter should not be so banal. Next time, add some spice. Get your legs stuck in a combine harvester. Have a sack of starving weasels tied around your face. Anything but demon powers. At least we saw that freaky echo of your mom again.
I'm disappointed. I thought there'd be more to it.
Same here.
I always thought her attack on the Abbey was to recover the Darkhold, but it appears it was a means to an end.
What she said about me, my true self, can you explain that?
No, it's nonsense, but she clearly believed what she said. Perhaps we can use this against her.
How?
When we're ready to face her, you may be able to divert her attention.
You want to use me as bait?
Well, if you're offering.
Why is using me as bait always your plan?
Because it works.
After I died, was that how you found me?
Yes. You and Lilith. With the Darkhold between you.
If she used it to kill me, how did she die?
The Darkhold is a dangerous book. Maybe the power was too much for her to control.
I know where my body ended up. What of Lilith?
The Knights of Wundagore took Lilith's body. I didn't ask where, and didn't want to know.
And the Darkhold?
Also provided to the Knights, in pieces for them to scatter throughout the world. It worked for centuries, until Hydra tracked them down.
That is all I wanted to ask.
Are you all right? This can't have been easy to relive.
Not knowing was the hardest part of my return. I feel better.
Good. I won't keep you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Get some rest, kiddo.
What did Lilith mean about your true self?
We are finding more questions than answers.
Thankfully, Sarah's around to help put the pieces together.
But not tonight.
Alright, you taking off?
That is it for me.
Sounds good. See you next meeting.
Reduced to rubble, and now she's gone and really pissed me off.